If you go into animal spaces and try to turn them into human spaces because you're there and, we're at the top of the food chain. Yeah, I'm at the top of the food chain when I'm at the grocery store. If I go to the jungle, I'm guessing that food chain looks a little bit different, homie. Like, I'm probably more towards the bottom. What can one say about a show that pits the worst of mankind against random parts of nature? Man versus Beast. It was an excitingly stupid experiment that somehow got greenlit twice to treat men and animals as if they were Olympic competitors.
Between the animals they were able to get, clearly the trainers that had to be in place so that those animals didn't kill anyone. There were so many parameters in place where I'm like, this budget had to be astronomical for this concept to even make it to Fox.
Between them are electrically charged wires that hopefully will prevent the beast from bolting out of his ring and attacking Kobayashi.
So this is 2003. I'm in grad school at the University of Maryland. I have a roommate. My roommate, one of my best friends from undergrad. This is pre-hard body internet and all that type of stuff. So we're flipping through channels and somehow we see something that says Man vs. Beast and we're like, we can't not watch this, right? We almost have to watch this. This was not intentional TV watching. I don't want anybody to think that I'm out here looking to watch humans or little people. It's not even a race. That pull a plane against the elephant. That is not what I'm here for, people. I just wanted to be very clear.
I'm right in the throes of middle school, so I'm watching America's Next Top Model. I'm watching old school Bachelorette with my grandma. The Simple Life was something that I also watched. Fox, this network has just run the gambit of nonsense and what they'll allow to be on television. So I think that they were in their bag with this one. This is just proof that they were visionaries and they were how far can we push the needle? Ridiculousness gets views. Period.
The one that stands out most to me is obviously Sean Crawford racing the giraffe and the zebra for many reasons. My friends and I can still talk about this today. Every human involved, including the sprinter, treated it like a legitimate enterprise. If there's anything that I've taken from these shows, it's the overwhelming ability for us to indulge nonsense. I bet if that giraffe knew it was a race, he would have whipped his ass. But, he didn't, because why is the giraffe over here looking am I at the zoo right now? Why is Buddy here? Why is he running? I didn't done anything. Why is he taking off? What's happening?
And believe it or not, he's the only one here who knows what the heck's going on.
The zebra, on the other hand, basically said F you to homeboy and was like, we're going to do this, homie. He was like, you know what? I saw that last race and my man Giraffe didn't get it. But you know who does get it?
He's zebra. I get it.
Zebra guy over here gets it. I got it. I'm going to beat your ass twice. That's how much I get it, homeboy.
Imagine if the bear had finished eat all of his hot dogs. And granted, he won before the Japanese food fighter. But if he was great, I think I want some more. If he had walked toward the gate and gotten electrocuted, A, Fox definitely would have shown that on television. And B, it would have broken my heart. We play around way too much. And, thank God no one got hurt, or at least Fox decided not to air that footage of people getting hurt. But when I was watching this, I was just this is crazy as cat shit.
Nothing is stronger than anything I've ever competed against.
The show definitely, obviously, exemplified himbo energy, but there were two ways they tried to go about it. So with the first half, it is definitely rooted in the look at the brute strength, look at the physicality of what men can do against nature. But then the show also tried to have an educational element to it, so that they tried to make the show something that it wasn't, where it was informative, oh, they can clock speeds of this. So it was intellectual himbo energy trying to counteract against the literal physical himbo energy. And I think it's weird, but it makes great television for the early 2000s.
Social media, Tiger King. This would murder social media if it came out today. This would be the biggest thing ever. And there's only 2 episodes of Man vs. Beast right now. It would be a series. People love sensationalist nonsense. And there's nothing more sensationalistic. What would happen nowadays, though, it would not be so sexist as to just be Man vs. Beast. It would be people vs. Beast. there would be lots more representation, which would ensure that we have more people able to contribute in less think pieces about how ridiculous this is, because everybody would be represented.